Well, the Jays lose both games in Philly, but this time in walk-off fashion. Losing 2-1 to the Philadelphia Phillies. They had a 1-0 lead in the ninth. Romano facing the meat of that order. Can't get it done. Kevin Gausman was absolutely remarkable. Jimmy Garcia, Eric Swanson were great in the 7th and 8th inning. And Romano screws it up in the ninth. Somehow, it's still a tie game going into extras. And my question, and it's funny how I literally just said this yesterday about not ripping John Schneider, but why in the hell is Alejandro Kirk coming in for Kevin Kiermaier? Why? You have Jansen and Espinal hitting 1-2. Why is Kirky waiting till the only guy who has been able to hit the... Let me read off the stats for the three guys, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Danny Jansen hitting a $165 this year with an OBP of 250. Santiago Espinal, $153 with an OBP of 231. They're awful. Kevin Kiermaier hitting 287 with a 345 OBP, and that is the guy you take out. And it's not like they were facing a lefty. It was Craig Kimbrell, the right-handed pitcher. Why is Kirky going out there for Kevin Kiermaier in that game? It's so easy to make the flip for Danny Jansen. So if you're going to make that switch, if you're 100% going to bring in Alejandro Kirk, why is it Kiermaier coming out? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Jansen strikes out. Espinal strikes out. Kirk grounds out to third base. And you get nothing in the inning. And the ghost runner at second base, who was Nathan Lucas, does not move off second base. And then you go to the bottom half of the 10th. And Tim Mays is actually not doing a terrible job. But then Bo Bichette. We have not talked about his defense a lot recently. Why? Because it hasn't been bad. Picked a terrible time to make an error, didn't it? Picked a god-awful time to pick up his first error in a while, didn't it, for Bo Bichette? And the Jays get walked off 2-1. And Jordan Romano in the ninth inning. I'm going to go back to that. We've talked about Bo Bichette's error. Not good at all. John Schneider making those moves in the top of the 10th. No idea what's going on. Bottom 9. He gives up, he walks Brandon Marsh on, 5 pitches? Not a good start when the number 8 hitter is on first base with nobody out. Actually, that's bad. That was Eric Swanson who did that, and he got out of it. He's facing Bryce Harper. He's facing, Kyle Schwarber next? No, it was Nick Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto. These are fantastic hitters. Don't get me wrong. Bryce Harper punches a single up the middle for a base hit with it was a fastball from Jordan. And Nick Castellanos has a 9-pitch AB, and it's a soft liner up the middle. It's picked up by Espinal. And I would have loved to see him just flip it to Bo and Bo try and find the base. Instead, he tries a Herculean effort to fire it across to Vladdy. It's offline. Both runners are safe. And there's 2 on and nobody out for Kyle Schwarber. But Kyle Schwarber can't hit a curveball. He can't hit a slider. He cannot do it. So Jordan Romano does not throw him a single fastball. It's all sliders. And he ends up striking him out. Great. He throws like 5 or 6 sliders. I don't know how many it was, but it was quite a bit. JT Realmuto comes up and you have a double play and the inning is over, right? Jordan Romano starts him off with a slider, misses. Then another slider. Can we throw something else, please? I understand it's a great slider, but it's no good if it's all you're going to throw. And JT Realmuto, it wasn't even a pretty swing from JT. But he waited back enough to lean into it and drill it over the head of Dalton Varsho for a double. And it was Bryce Harper comes in to score. Castellanos a third. And there was only 1 out and we are tied. Can we mix in a little something else? I don't like Romano's pitching sequences there. I don't like them at all. I do not like John Schneider, whatever the hell he was doing there in the top of the 10th. And then Bo Bichette's error in the bottom half. Just an abysmal inning and a half of baseball. The first, 8 2/3? Not bad. No. Yeah, 8 2/3. Albeit the offense didn't get anything done, but that's because Zach Wheeler was flat out incredible. 7 innings of 1 run. Paul, and the only guy to get a run for the Jays, yeah, it was Brandon Belt with a solo shot. And Kevin Gausman was spectacular. 6 innings, 2 or 3 hits. I think it was 3 hits total. Had 9 punch-outs. He was outstanding in his 6 innings of work. But again, the Jays give him no run support, and they lose. It's very tough to watch. Now, Zach Wheeler was great. They had a chance. What inning was that? The 5th? 6th? I believe it was the top of the 5th, where Vladdy gets a leadoff double right down the third baseline. Then Vladdy never leaves second base. I think Varsho pops out, Chapman gets out, and I don't know, Whit Merrifield, I believe, was after that. He gets out, and that's the end of the inning. Done. You can't get anything out of it. And it's unfortunate. We heard before the year, the team's going to score runs in different ways, right? We haven't seen it. The sac flies, bunt and move a guy over and then hit a ball the other way to drive in a run. All that small ball stuff. Love to see it there. Would have loved to see it in the top half of the 10th inning. But they made Craig Kimbrell look like he was back in Boston. Or Atlanta. Or no, was it Atlanta? Where he was fantastic? I can't remember. It was so long ago now. So, you can blame some offense? Sure. You can blame John Schneider for the top of the 10th fiasco? Sure. You can blame Jordan Romano? Sure. You can blame Bo Bichette? Sure. All of those are serviceable arguments. And you lose 2-1. That's the painful thing, man. All those things were mistakes. And all those things did not go right. And you lost by 1 run. It's painful. Now, the Jays are still 21-16 on the year, but they have lost 2 in a row after winning 3 in a row, so there goes that. And they're 3-7 in their last 10. They have not been very good. The road trip is done, and thank God it's over. Problem is, it doesn't get any easier. You now take on the Atlanta Braves at Rogers Center. And they flashed a flipping graphic today during the game. The game 1 starter for the Atlanta Braves on Friday is Spencer Strider. And yeah, he's great. 4-0 with a 2.70 ERA. He's fantastic. Didn't realize the strikeouts per 9 is 15. We thought Gausman was great at 12. Dude's averaging 3 more Ks per 9 innings. That's the game 1 pitching matchup against Chris Bassitt. Game 2 is Jose Barrios for the Blue Jays and Bryce Elder for the Atlanta Braves. He's 3-0 with a .74 ERA and 40-odd innings pitched. So he's been great. He's only 23, so he must be a young fella for them. Pitched last year in his debut. And the finale might be Mike Soroka, the Canadian, going against Yusei Kikuchi. Now, that lineup is really damn good, too. So what the hell are the Jays going to do in this series? I have no idea. I have no clue. The way this team has been playing recently, it's kind of tough to watch. It's crazy. They're 5 games over 500, and I'm talking like this. But it's because, one, the division is so difficult. So every game, every loss is so crucial. And the way you're losing games is just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. You're not just losing a game 4-1 where your offense wasn't cooking. No. Today was something else. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the ending to this game, if you're a Jays fan, if you're a Phillies fan, you love the ending to this game, which you probably did, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Discord, TikTok links, and the Instagram and Twitter links. All that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs session later tonight. I don't know. It's intermission right now. 0-0 Leafs Panthers. Who knows? We'll be talking about a season end or a possible game or game 5. We'll have to wait and see. All right. And as for the Blue Jays, game 1 of that 3-game set against the Atlanta Braves starts on Friday night at Rogers Center. Spencer Strider gets the ball for the Braves, and Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Blue Jays. 7:07 first pitch there at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely not the ending to this game. We'll talk to you guys then.